Good morning, everyone. We hope you have having a fantastic Monday morning ahead. A warm welcome to the NUS College of Design and Engineering CDE eOpen House 2026. We're excited to be your host for today. My name is Huzi. I'm an Environmental Sustainability Engineering student at CDE, and I will be guiding you through today's session. Let's take a look at today's program. You are currently in the first out of 6 Zoom webinars from CDE. For this segment, we'll begin with a warm welcome address by our Dean, Professor Teo Kee Leong, followed by an introduction to CDE's curriculum by our Vice Dean, Associate Professor Teo Chiang Choi. After that, we'll have a session on scholarship opportunities at CDE, followed by one of the most exciting parts of today's program, our Ask Me Anything segment with our faculty and DNE scholars from CDE. Between 1 to 5 p.m., do scan the QR codes to join our program curriculum sharing. At CDE, we offer 15 primary majors, and for today's virtual open house, we've grouped them into 5 main categories or themes. Firstly, Future of Design and Architecture, covering architecture, landscape architecture, and industrial design. Sustainable Innovation, showcasing civil engineering, environmental and sustainability engineering, infrastructure and project management. Up next, Impacting Lives, covering biomedical engineering, chemical engineering, and material sciences and engineering. Reimagining Systems and Digital World, covering computer engineering, electrical engineering, and industrial and systems engineering. And last but not least, Intelligent Machines and Systems, covering engineering science, mechanical engineering, robotics, and machine intelligence. Before we begin, here are some quick reminders. Firstly, please use your first name when joining the session so that we can address you personally. Additionally, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the Q&A box at any time during the seminar. Our team of program representatives is on standby to respond to your queries throughout the session. We also invite you to scan the QR code on the screen to access our Discover CDE brochure, which contains detailed information about all our programs. I'll leave this slide up for a few seconds. Now, without further ado, let's kick off today's session. I'd like to invite our Dean, Professor Teo Kee Leong, to share a few words. Professor Teo, please.
A very warm welcome to the College of Design and Engineering, or CDE for short. CDE is one of the largest and most diverse colleges at NUS. We are a vibrant community of students, educators, and researchers working across design, architecture, and engineering. My name is Teo Kee Leong. I'm the Dean of CDE. At CDE, we offer 15 undergraduate programs spanning design, architecture, and engineering. What makes our college an exciting place for students like you is our mission at CDE: to inspire, to innovate, and to transform. Our faculty and departments are globally recognized and ranked among the best in the world. But beyond rankings, what truly defines CDE is how we design your learning experience. Our curriculum is flexible, it is innovative, and it gives you the freedom to explore, experiment, and create across boundaries. Learning at CDE goes far beyond the classroom. You will master the fundamentals, but you will also work on real-world challenges, collaborate across disciplines, and gain hands-on experience through projects, internships, and industry partnerships. We are living in the time of rapid global transformation, a transformation driven by AI. AI is changing how we live, how we work, and how we imagine the future. So, how do we prepare you to make an impact in the world being reshaped by AI? We do this by embedding AI learning opportunities across the CDE curriculum, including a new minor in AI. We'll build a strong AI literacy, develop data awareness, and gain a solid ethical foundation. At the same time, we continue to nurture what matters most: human insights, creativity, and judgment. These are the qualities that will define future leaders in an increasingly complex world. Beyond campus, you will have access to global opportunities, student exchange programs with partner universities worldwide, internship with leading industry players, overseas community engagement, and much more. Here at CDE, the world is truly at your feet. The possibilities are limitless, and it all begins with you, and with taking that first step. We look forward to welcoming you to our vibrant community and to seeing where your journey will take you. Welcome to CDE, welcome to your future.
Our Vice Dean of Undergraduate Programs Associate Professor Teo Chiang Choi, who has kindly elaborated on the CDE curriculum.
Hello everybody, my name is Teo Chiang Choi and I'm the Vice Dean for Undergraduate Programs at the NUS College of Design and Engineering, or CDE for short. So the College of Design and Engineering was formed several years ago. It's a merger of two world-class schools, the Faculty of Engineering and the School of Design and Environment, with a combined history of more than 100 years. So our college now has a total of 15 undergraduate degree programs. We have approximately 7,000 undergraduate students and approximately 450 professors, the teaching staff that will interact with you during your time at CDE. So let me just give you a glimpse of what our curriculum looks like, right? So we have a common curriculum that's made up of 10 courses, and the purpose of these 10 courses is to teach engineering and design students 21st century competencies, to give them enough tools in their toolbox, right, so that they are able to participate in any project that they work on, right, or any roles that they play when they go out to work. Then after the common curriculum comes the primary major. So the primary major, we have actually 15 of them listed down here. 3 of them are design courses. The other 12 are more related to engineering. So the overall curriculum, I would like to view of this as a full course meal. So you start off with the appetizers, which is made up of the common curriculum. Then after that comes the main course, your primary major, typically made up of 20 courses. Then you end off with the dessert, the sweet part, the unrestricted electives, which is 25% of your curriculum, in which under the unrestricted electives, you pursue your second majors, your minors, or your specialization. So here I actually show you how our curriculum actually stacks up. So you start off with the appetizers, the common curriculum, approximately 10 courses. Then after that, you have the 20 courses, which is your primary major. Then finally, you finish it up with the dessert, right? So within this unrestricted elective part, you see that you are given opportunities to go deep. You can do 2 specializations. You can go broad by doing a second major. You can go both deep and broad by doing 1 specialization and 1 minor. Or you want to go very broad, you can do 2 minors. Or you can do a combination of different courses within this unrestricted elective. So you can see that the curriculum is not a one-size-fits-all curriculum. It actually allows you as engineering design students to engineer and design a curriculum that suits yourself, that defines you, that allows you to distinguish yourself from your peers. So I would like to highlight next, right, one of the minors that we have launched in CDE over the past year, and that is a new minor in AI that's meant only for CDE students, right? So the courses that we have put into this minor are AI related courses, and we teach topics, courses related to design and engineering. So we contextualize the courses, and these courses will go alongside the courses that you take in your primary major. So they show the relevance of AI to your primary major, so that you can tell your prospective employer that you are all ready to start work tomorrow because you have already taken all the AI courses which are related to your own discipline. The minor is not compulsory, but is only available to CDE students. Another initiative that we have for the adventurous, high-achieving students is a double degree program. So students are given this opportunity to, alongside their primary major, take a second degree on a second major within CDE. The beauty of this is that one degree takes 4 years, 2 degrees do not take 8 years. 2 degrees will take roughly 4.5 years because there is a lot of overlap, double counting between the 2 degrees, and you fulfill the requirements for the second degree using the unrestricted elective space. So I strongly encourage some of the more adventurous one to consider a DDP, a double degree program. So finally, I'd like to encourage you to visit our website, visit our socials to understand more about our various programs. I also like to encourage you to watch the longer video that we have produced, right, talking about our programs. So finally, I hope that you'll consider CDE. I hope that you'll apply to CDE, and I hope to see you here at CDE. Thank you very much for your attention.
Now, we are going to move to a segment that I'm sure many of you have been looking forward to, scholarships at CDE. Dr. Chua Ting Chuan, Director of Design and Engineering Scholars Program, will be sharing an overview of the scholarship opportunities. Now, after the presentation, we have a live Q&A segment. Dr. Chua, along with D-Scholars Jacqueline, E-Scholars Ethan, Ming-Yi, and Harmony, will answer your questions in real time. Dr. Chua, over to you.
Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation on scholarship opportunities at NUS College of Design and Engineering. My name is Ting Jun and I'm the Director of Design and Engineering Scholars Program. What is the Design and Engineering Scholars Program? Made up of the Engineering Scholars Program, E-Scholars for short, and Design Scholars Program, D-Scholars for short, we are the two top premier scholarships here at the College of Design and Engineering. Across the world, design and engineering remain key drivers of innovation, powering technological progress, economic growth, and enabling meaningful change in society. We want go-getters like you, students who are ready to push boundaries, embrace rigor, and pursue innovative degrees in design or engineering here at NUS. As an engineering scholar, you will pursue an accelerated 3+1 pathway where you complete a bachelor in 3 years and then proceed to your master's in the 4th. In the same time that a typical student would complete their bachelor's, you would have completed your bachelor and master's. An alternative is to pursue a double degree at NUS, where in 4 years you will complete 2 separate bachelor degrees. All of this is covered by our scholarship with no bond. One key feature that differentiates us from other scholarships in Singapore is flexibility. In robotics and machine intelligence demonstrates that our curricula evolves with time. This flexibility extends to the master's program. You can choose from masters in technical engineering disciplines such as robotics or civil engineering. However, there are also broad-based programs with a business orientation, like the Masters in Management of Technology and Innovation. You have a variety of choice, including the possibility to choose a Masters of Engineering by Research, for which the scholarship will support 1 year of your tuition fees. For design scholars in architecture, we support the 4+1 pathway where you will complete the Masters of Architecture in the 5th year. While for landscape and industrial design, the pathway is a 4+0, where the scholarship covers all 4 years of undergraduate studies with no bond. The other unique flexibility is that you are not obliged to follow through with everything the scholarship offers. For example, the yellow boxes are covered by the scholarship, but these are not the only options. One could decide to apply straight to PhD after graduation, go for a master's overseas, or even enter the industry straight away. Outside of academic pursuits, you may be wondering, as a D&E scholar, where do you get to go? Let's start from immersing you in campus life. Residential colleges are one of the most sought-after places to stay on campus. They are a holistic living and learning experience where there are academic and extracurricular pursuits formed around the theme outside of your core discipline, such as systems thinking at RC4 or active citizenship at College of Alice and Peter Tan. Our scholars get a guaranteed offer to stay at one of the partner residential colleges, and the scholarship covers the 2-year term of the residential program. The significant subsidy combined with the living allowance, allow students to stay on campus with some extra money left over for the student. Global exposure is actively encouraged and supported, with the most popular way to do so via the student exchange program. You'll get to read classes at partner universities and bring back these credits gained to fulfill graduation requirements here at NUS. There are over 300 partner universities, including the most prestigious universities worldwide. The scholarship provides a subsidy of $5,000 for the exchange program to cover for airfare and accommodation expenses. But that is not all. There are also opportunities to go for summer and winter schools overseas, such as South Korea, and this is supported with a subsidy of $3,000. The other highly coveted and extremely popular opportunity for which our scholars have preferential access to is the NUS Overseas College Program, or NOC. For students with an entrepreneurial spirit, NOC participants intern at a startup, gaining first-hand insights into the startup ecosystem, as well as read related classes at partner universities. As you can see, these locations are innovation hotspots around the world, such as Silicon Valley and Shenzhen. And here are some of their happy faces at these places. The scholarship provides priority access to the NOC program, and the same $5,000 subsidy is provided. In your journey, we believe mentorship is a key feature of the Design and Engineering Scholars Program. All scholars are paired with an academic mentor selected from their home department who are award-winning student-centric faculty. Having the access to consult an experienced educator on specializations, electives, minors, majors, and even internship and employment opportunities is extremely valuable. While we can't put a dollar figure to this benefit, we believe it is very important indeed. Here, I would also like to mention our community of scholars who are a key support pillar to our incoming freshmen. These pictures provide but a glimpse, and we encourage you to follow their Instagram. Our scholars and the community they have built form the heart and soul of our Design and Engineering Scholars Program. I believe you must be excited to apply. The application is straightforward. As part of your application to any engineering or design degree at NUS, you will be presented with a pop-up. Do you wish to be considered for the Engineering or Design Scholars Program? Click Yes and submit your personal statement and supporting documents at the NUS Scholarship Portal. Applicants shortlisted based on academic grades will be invited to interviews, and offers are made based on the outcomes of the interview process. For more details, we encourage you to visit our program website, where you'll find additional resources and information. You can also watch a more comprehensive video about our scholarships on the CDE Open House website. Simply scan the QR code on this slide to access it directly. We look forward to welcoming you to CDE.
Now let's dive into our live Q&A session. Before we start off, let's have everyone introduce themselves. I will start off. I'm Jacqueline. I'm a Year 2 Industrial Design Scholar here in NUS CDE.
As for myself, my name is Ethan. I'm a Year 3 Computer Engineering student under the eScholars program in CDE as well.
Hi, good morning. My name is Ding Jin. I'm the Director of the Design and Engineering Scholars Program.
A very good morning to all of you. My name is Mingy. I'm a Year 1 Engineering Scholar under the Industrial and Systems Engineering program with a double major in Sustainable Urban Development.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Harmony. I'm a Year 3 Electrical Engineering student under the eScholars program in CDE as well.
Feel free to type any questions that you have inside the Q&A box, and our panelists will try our best to answer these questions. Firstly, Chenda asks if they are eligible for D&E Scholars Program if they're receiving any other scholarship. Dr. Chua, would you like to take this question?
Sure. So maybe I can take this first question and start our session off. So if you are receiving an external scholarship, you can still apply for the Design and Engineering Scholars Program. You will be able to benefit from our program structure, our mentorship, our community support while pursuing our 3+1 accelerated pathway if you're pursuing a bachelor's and a master's, or your double degree program, which you will complete in 4 years. So the monetary benefits will be supported by your external scholarship. Yep. So in a nutshell, definitely feel free to contact us for more details, because individual external scholarships all differ, right? So you can always contact us for more details.
Okay, next question is, can we take a double degree program outside CDE, like CHS and CDE, under the eScholars program? And does a home faculty need to be in CDE? Dr. Shah, would you like to take this again?
Sure, no problem. So definitely you are allowed to take a double degree program while you are here under our Design and Engineering Scholars Program. Your home faculty and your primary major needs to be under CDE, but otherwise you can take a double degree program, for example, with CHS. So some popular double degree programs are such as engineering and economics. These are very popular combinations, but you can also craft your own double degree program combination. We do have a couple of students, for example, pursuing a double degree of engineering together with physics, engineering together with math. These are also common combinations that we have seen. So if you are doing a double degree program on the accelerated pathway, you will complete both your degrees, your double degree, in 4 years.
Okay, now some of the questions are asking if there are any tips on how to prepare for the engineering and design scholarship interviews and applications. Do some of the engineering scholars want to give some advice first?
Yeah, I can take this one. Hi, so thanks for the question. I think, well, maybe you hear this a lot, but the best advice would be to be yourself. I know that doesn't sound very reassuring, but it is true, you know. Maybe if you want a more practical tip, I remember quite vividly that the former director, I think was Prof. Alberto, he asked me this question during the interview. He asked, what is one technical innovation that you find most interesting or you find is most fascinating? So I think maybe you could consider that when you're preparing. So yeah, but I think as long as you're working on projects, as long as you're building stuff with, I guess, engineering in mind, you just need to show what you've done, what you're capable of, and I think the rest will flow quite smoothly. I don't think there should be any external things that you should do, any special effort you should make. I think it's something which you can just, you know, be proud of and just show what you've done, show yourself as who you are.
Review process, I think one of the main questions that come out was, what is your passion? What is why do you want to choose design or engineering? Why this specific major? Are there any applications that you're interested in, and so on? So these are some things that you can consider and maybe explicitly write out in your essay or during your interview.
Okay, so maybe I can provide a design perspective as well. So for me, one of the main things that I realized my professors were looking for afterwards was how much passion you have for design. Because some people who enter design or maybe engineering do not have prior experience in design or engineering, but they want to see what is your passion and what are your interests. So if you are able to articulate this interest and passion very clearly, then it does help to convince them. So some of the other things that would help for maybe a design scholarship or interview is going back to see what are the past projects done under CDE, under these design modules, so that you can directly show how you are interested and how you took steps to try to go towards these things. And not only that, one of the main questions they asked me was, what is one design item that you really love and why? So if you're able to articulate this, I think this shows your passion and interest very well. Okay, next, let's move on to the next question. Is there any pressure to complete a master's in year 4 for the engineering scholars? Okay.
I think maybe let me just comment on this. So by default, our standard pathway for our engineering scholars is a 3+1 pathway. You will complete your bachelor's in 3 years on an accelerated pathway, and you will complete your master's in the 4th year. So when we say complete your master's in the 4th year, typically speaking, we are referring to your Master of Science, which most students, when they do full-time, so regardless of scholars or non-scholars, typical students who pursue their master's full-time do complete it in the regular term of 1 year. Full time, right? So, for example, if you are working and you are doing your master's part time, then you may take more than 1 year. So, if I'm understanding the question correctly, right, it is actually quite typical for full-time students to complete their Master of Science in a year. If you're thinking of doing your Master of Engineering, that typically can take a little bit more time, say 1.5 years or up to 2 years. So that's my answer to this question. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, next, another student asked, since there are so many options at CDE when it comes to the structure of the program, do students have to decide this structure at the time of admission, or do they get some time after the admissions to choose the right path or structure they would like to pursue? Dr. Chow, would you like to answer this question?
Sure. So there are many options here. In fact, we even have a new major program that was launched 2 years ago, which actually reflects the fact that our curriculum is evolving and keeping up with the times, right? So you, at the point of admission, you can already choose your primary major, or you can leave it as engineering if you are undecided. So it is not compulsory in a way for you to decide the structure that you want to pursue at the time of admission. So after you enroll, after you enter and you are a freshman here, you are also able to change your primary major. So for our engineering scholars, because they're pursuing an accelerated pathway, we do encourage them to firm up their major perhaps within the first year, within the first or second semester, because you have a shorter time to finish all your courses, right? The nature of acceleration. So we do encourage our scholars to fix their major perhaps between the first to second semester. But other than that, a regular student can actually change their primary major within the first 2 years of their studies here. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Chua. So now another question is, what are the benefits and opportunities does the Design Scholars Program offer to those who are selected? So maybe I can answer this question. Well, the benefits and opportunities have been listed and can be found in the NUS CDE website. But to list some things off is the financial aid, the mentorship under one of the professors. So no matter what, each D scholar will be attached to a mentor that will be able to help you guide you throughout the whole process. And some mentors, I understand, will host workshops or let students enter some master classes to learn more about some design things. Not only that, you also get to stay in different RCs, which helps with student life. And there's also industry site visits. So previously, Professor Joshua helped us get a site visit to one of the hotels and we understood what was the architecture and the design process behind these things. So we are able to see what are some real world applications. And in upcoming period, Professor Joshua will also still hold another site visit again at NUS, Yale NUS, because he was the one who created the landscape architecture at that area. So we'll get to understand all these different design disciplines and through these site visits and understand what are the real world opportunities out there for us. Yes. So another question is, for CDE, if you are able to get the scholarship in year one, are we still able to try again in the subsequent years? And Daryl is answering that question right now. Another question is, someone wants to know what is the timeline upon applying for scholarship, particularly for the designs courses. Will the scholar interviews be held within the same period as the WIFI interview? Dr. Chow, would you know more?
So to answer this question, for design courses, will the scholar interview be held at the same time as the video selfie interviews? So it may be overlapping, or one may happen right after another, but the timeline will be quite close. The timeline will be quite close in time, right? Because we hold our interview across weeks and in phases, and so do our design professors, our industrial design team. So it will be very similar period of time, but it may not. It may be hard for me to tell you like exactly which one will come first, but most likely in the same period of time.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chua. Now, Justin is also asking, how do the e-scholars and D-scholars prepare for the interview itself? Whether the portfolio helps them, and how do they prepare themselves such that there is a higher chance of being chosen for the scholarship? Would any of the e-scholars like to take this question first?
Yeah, I think I can share some of my experience preparing for the interview. So, regarding what kind of preparation you can do to prepare for the scholarship and increase your chances of getting chosen. So, I think one of the things that really helps is taking some proactive steps towards understanding the world of engineering and understanding your interest and passion within the engineering course itself. So, it could be, if it's feasible for you, something like a self-started project, or you can even do like an internship, or just like reading up about the area of engineering you're interested in, watching videos, reading the news. That really helps to display your interest in engineering, as well as help yourself understand your own passions towards engineering. So I think that's something that could help during the application process. Yes.
Okay, so maybe I also want to add on to that question or whether you need a portfolio or whether it helps you in the interview process. Well, I can say for the design side of things, both landscape architecture and architecture does require a portfolio to to apply for the course itself, whereas industrial design isn't particularly necessary to. So in this portfolio, it will be good to showcase what are your past projects and the things that you're interested in. So to show like a breadth and the depth of your research and projects. But it's okay if you're only specialized in one area, as long as you indicate interest in things that you are interested in pursuing, what you want to learn through this course. And I would say that having a portfolio is not necessary because I entered industrial design without a portfolio, and I didn't have a portfolio for the interview itself. So it's totally okay if you don't have one. So, um, let's see what are some of the other questions. Okay, Junhan is asking if there are any advantages for advanced placement credit on the e-scholar programs.
Maybe just to clarify, I think Junha is asking whether or not there is certain benefits for doing the advanced placement credits. I think that's the spirit of the question. Of course, there is because the advanced placement credits essentially allow you to clear some courses before the semester officially begins. So this means that you can hit the ground running, in that you can start taking higher level courses immediately. And this, of course, is all in line with the idea of being able to accelerate your 4-year program into 3 years. I think it would definitely help in terms of time management and course planning. And also, I think it also gives you sort of a good primer into the world of engineering and to the future course you're going to take. Yeah, so hopefully that answers the question.
And also add on a little bit on advanced placement credit courses. These are non-compulsory, but the secretary or our program office does support all of our scholars to apply for these advanced placement credit tests if they want to. And not only that, all your seniors, which are our current scholars, will be there to guide you and hold revision courses to help you ease into preparation to take these advanced placement credits. So it is something we do encourage you to do if you're a scholar, and the office support with resources and help to do that.
Okay, thank you for the responses. Do keep the questions rolling. And in the meantime, let me pose a question to the rest of the e-scholars as well. So, as I mentioned before, there are mentors assigned to each of the e-scholars. So I wanted to understand what are the roles of these mentors for each of your individual practices.
Yeah, maybe I can share a bit about my experience with my mentorship program. So, so I was assigned a mentor who is a professor in my faculty, so that's electrical and computer engineering. And I think my mentor really helped me in terms of academic planning when I first started out in NUS. I was quite unsure what courses I should take, what courses I should take for, my area of interest or specialization, whether I should take like a second major or minor. So these were things that my professor, with his like wealth of experience, helped me figure out when I was early on here. And as we progressed throughout my degree, I talked to my mentor about my exchange programs, as well as consulted him on a lot of other like things. And he also ended up being my project supervisor for my undergraduate research opportunities project. So that was quite a fulfilling like mentorship experience. And I think my experience here wouldn't have been the same without him. So yeah, that's my experience.
When I first joined the A-Scholars program, my mentor did give some sort of like a guidance. So I think for many of you, you might be wondering, oh, what do you want to do? There's like a lot of things that you can do, right? There's a lot of uncertainty. So your mentor will be able to provide you some guidance based on his experience with like former students, as well as in the realm, the industry, the academia with regard to that field that you're interested in. So another thing that some of my seniors have benefited from my mentor is through connections. So I've had seniors who through our mentor managed to be connected with another professor to conduct research with a topic of his interest.
Okay, anyone? Okay, maybe I can also share from my D-Scholar mentor as well. So my mentor is able to give me a lot of advice on like what are the things I do want to do. And he was very helpful in guiding me in my undergraduate research opportunity project as well. Because initially I wanted to do something that was not really aligned with my interests, but he gave me a lot of examples and truly pinpointed the things that I was interested in to broaden my perspective. He has also been very helpful in understanding what are the opportunities post graduation about what I can do with my degree in industrial design. Okay, and with that, I think our time is running out for this live Q&A session. So I'll be handing the time back to Huzi. And if anyone has any further questions or would like to learn more about our scholarships, feel free to visit our NUS CDE website.
Thanks, Jacqueline, for that incredibly insightful EMA session and for addressing so many great questions. Before we wrap up this segment, we'd like to invite you to explore our eOpen House microsite, where you'll find a wealth of curated content. This includes our Day in the Life series featuring all 15 undergraduate programs at CDE, stories on learning beyond the classroom, a virtual campus tour, and exclusive access to 15 of our labs. You'll also find comprehensive programs, videos, and student presentations to help you better understand what each program offers. If you'd like a more personalized experience, you're in luck. You can sign up for a one-on-one chat with one of our CDA ambassadors from the 3rd to the 6th of March, and it's a great opportunity to have your questions answered directly by our students. Also, we have 5 more webinars lined up this afternoon. If you missed the QR codes earlier, simply scan the QR codes on this slide to register. If you're passionate about shaping and designing the future, join us at 1 p.m. for our next segment, where professors and students from architecture, landscape architecture, and industrial design will be sharing more about their programs and experiences. Now, I'll give some time for you guys to scan the QR code right now. And for those interested in the engineering programs, stay tuned at 2 p.m. onwards for the upcoming webinars, and we hopefully can see you guys there as well. Now, for those of you in Singapore, we'd love to see you at the upcoming NUS Open House this Saturday, 7th of March. At the open house, you'll get to soak in the vibrant campus atmosphere, engage the faculty members, interact with current students, and join our campus tours and hands-on workshops. It is now your chance to explore our state-of-the-art facilities and experience our programs up close to find the best fit for you. It's really the best way to get a real feel of life at NUS CDE and discover the exciting possibilities that await for you. Simply scan the QR code to visit our website for more information on the NUS Open House activities. Before we wrap up, just a quick reminder that all pre-university students, that the application deadline for Singapore, Cambridge, GCE A-level applicants, as well as the NUS scholarships is 19th of March. So do remember to submit your applications. In addition, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to scan the QR code and share your feedback with us. Your input will help us improve future events and make them even better. Once again, thank you all for joining the first webinar of this eOpen House, and we hope to see you guys again in the next webinar at 1 p.m. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.